The people that are like hating on this video are either broke or not con.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Amomi, aka Petite Diva, and in this video we are discussing partners moving in together. Now this video is inspired by a particular video that a lady made, and she was asking people to just chime into what's going on with her life. Now her boyfriend, who used to live with his parents, she was thinking about allowing him to stay with her in her own apartment. And she said that when she was telling people that she knows about her pending decision, a lot of them were suggesting or insisting or asking that is the guy, the boyfriend, going to pay. So she was kind of asking people what they think about it. Anyway, let's check out what she has to say, what people had to say to our story, our question, and then I'll come back to share my thoughts. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, let's get into this video.
So weird to me. One of you on here can explain this to me. I have my own apartment right now. My boyfriend is still living with his parents, but we've been talking about him maybe moving in with me. Here's the weird thing. Every single time I tell someone this, their immediate reaction, he better be paying part of the rent, or like, he's gonna be paying, right? Like, you're gonna make him pay, right? Like, you're not just gonna pay the whole rent. Why is that the immediate reaction? On top of that,
problems.
It's even weirder to me because, and I think every guy should be like this, but my boyfriend, when he does have money, he will buy me anything I want. He is not stingy about spending his money on me. Right now, we're at the point where I'm making money where I can pay the whole rent, and he needs to work on his career. And everyone's just saying, like, no, he needs to pay. Yeah, anyway, I just think it's so weird that people are like, that's the thing that everyone is pressed about. Is he gonna pay half? He better pay half. And I'm like, literally, when he gets paid, sends me girlfriend tax money. He has no problem giving me money. I don't think it makes sense for him to pay right now. He's probably still gonna force it on me. Like, he's just gonna Venmo me money. And that's the part that makes me so upset when people say that, is like, I don't know, are you guys just so used to guys not wanting to pay for things? I'm just, like, I don't get it. Can you guys tell me why that is everyone's immediate thought? One of you on here can explain this to me. I have my own apartment right now. My boyfriend is still living with his parents, but we've been talking about him maybe moving in with me. Here's the weird thing. Every single time I tell someone this, their immediate reaction, he better be paying part of the rent, or like, he's gonna be paying, right? Like, you're gonna make him pay, right? Like, you're not just gonna pay the whole rent. Why is that the immediate reaction? On top of that, it's even weirder to me because, and I think every guy should be like this, but my boyfriend, when he does have money, he will buy me anything I want. He is not stingy about spending his money on me. Right now, we're at the point where I'm making money where I can pay the whole rent, and he needs to work on his career. And everyone's just saying, like, no, he needs to pay.
Listen, man, whenever y'all see videos like these, I need y'all to remember KB's perfect target theory, right? I need y'all to remember it immediately, right? In order for this to ever make sense at all, she has to be dealing with the type of person that lacks conscience, right? She got to be dealing with the type of person to where whenever they do something for you, right, they add it up in their mind, if you get what I'm saying. Like, they don't do it off of just, you know, I'm the man, I'm going to do this for, they don't do it off of that. They'll add it up, and they'll make it make sense to her, right? She has to be dealing with the type of person that kind of lacks conscience, the freeloading type of individual, for any of this to even make sense, right? Now, the reason why I'm saying this is because he's not in a horrible situation living with his parents, right? He just wants to move in with her, right? She's financially independent, so she's doing what, she's doing what she's supposed to do in this economy, right? She's living on her own, right? He wants to go ahead and move in with her and not even offer any type of help at all. So he has to know that he's dealing with the type of girl to where not only can, he can make this make sense to her, but she's okay with it. I get what I'm saying, right? Like, y'all see how she broke it down in the video? Like, oh, nah, he does this for me, he does that for me. I don't understand. All my friends are saying this. It has to make sense there. She has to be the nice type of girl, though. You know what I mean? The considerate type of girl, if you will. Like, you know what I'm talking about? And that's just what it is. Perfect target. The most of us will look at that video and be like, wait, what? Huh? What? And this, to her, nah. That's my man. He did this for me, he did this for me, he did that for me at one point in time. There's no convincing her otherwise that this doesn't make any sense. Ain't even a 50-50 conversation we're talking about. This is 100-0 on the woman's end. Think about it for a second, y'all.
Third thing. Every single time I tell someone this, their immediate reaction, he better be paying part of the rent. Or like, he's gonna be paying, right? Like, you're gonna make him pay, right? Like, you're not just gonna pay the whole rent. Why is that the immediate reaction? On top of that, it's even weirder to me because, and I think every guy should be like this, but my boyfriend, when he does have money, he will buy me anything I want. He is not stingy about spending his money on me. Right now, we're at the point where I'm making money where I can pay the whole rent, and he needs to work on his career. And everyone's just saying, like, no, he needs to pay. Yeah, anyway, I just think it's so weird.
They're telling you this because your feminine energy is going to go low and your masculine energy is going to go up. What do you mean? What I mean is that you're going to want someone to take care of you. You're going to want a man to do his due diligence as a man. Now, yeah, equal, yeah, 50-50. Yes, I get it. We all want that, right? But in reality, these people that are telling you this probably have been there, done that. And it's like a repeating cycle. This is gonna happen. You're gonna start doing that. You're gonna start helping him. He's not gonna do shit. Then he's gonna stop doing everything. He's gonna be like, you're gonna be like, can you take out the trash? Can you wash the dishes? Can you clean the house? Can you do something? Because you're bringing him the bacon, right? You think he's gonna be home fucking cooking dinner? Probably not. So yeah, make his ass pay. Don't be dumb, girl. Don't do it.
Making money where I can pay the whole rent, and he needs to work on his career. I don't think it makes sense for him to pay right now.
I mean this in the nicest way possible, but it seems like you're trying to be his mom instead of his girlfriend. A quick recap of what's going on. That girl, she's financially independent and is renting out her own apartment, and she's in a loving relationship with her boyfriend, who is currently living with his parents because he himself is not as financially stable as her. They, as a couple, have decided that he will move in with her, and she, being the loving, caring girlfriend she is, she doesn't want him to pay any of the rent because he's not financially stable enough to do so. She feels that their relationship is stable enough that she can pay for the rent while he's working to get back on his feet and become financially stable. See, in my opinion, the best thing that girl can do for herself and her boyfriend is to allow him to learn how to become financially stable on his own. That means not coddling him, not paying for any of his bills. That way, God forbid anything happens to your relationship in the future, he won't have to rely on you or his parents to put a roof over his head.
I have my own apartment right now. Boyfriend is still living with his parents, but we've been talking about him maybe moving in with me. Here's the weird thing. Every single time I tell someone this, their immediate reaction, he better be paying part of the rent.
I'm going to try to be as fair as possible to both parties, right? First of all, to men, if you have a girlfriend, never move in with your girlfriend. Don't do that. She should be moving in with you. Don't move in with your girlfriend. Unless you literally don't have any other choice, I wouldn't recommend it. I just personally wouldn't recommend it. And then now to the shorty. Look, if your dude shows promise and actual potential, like he's not just lazy, and the reason why he hasn't done anything because he just doesn't do anything, like he's lazy. If he actually shows potential, like he's in school, he's getting into his career, like actively right now, like now he's not looking for a career, like he's in his career right now, and he shows promise, and you love him, and he loves you, and he's never stingy, he's never selfish, he's never treated you poorly, none of that, I don't see a problem. Go for it. Make sure you're not blind to you just caring about him so much that you say, oh, he has potential, but it's just because you love him, all right? Then to top all this off, all the women in her comments telling her, you know, this is red flag, don't do it, yada, 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 making fun of her, telling her she's, you know, not smart for doing this. What I would say to you is disregard all the advice I gave you before. Are any of these people, including me, are any of these people in a happy relationship? Have they been in a happy relationship? Ever? No? Then why are you taking advice from people that you don't want to be like? Okay? Why are you taking advice from people you don't want to be like? I would never ask advice from a bum on how to get rich. Same way you should never take advice from bitter, angry people who aren't in relationships and never been in a happy relationship. Right?
Yeah, you.
That's what I gotta say about it.
Tell me why that is everyone's immediate thought.
The women who are trying to warn you are not trying to be haters. They're trying to keep you from becoming a Barbara the Builder. Too often women have built men up from scratch. They were on their Nara Smith. okay? Giving him a place to stay, buying his underwear, helping him through school. And when that man got on his feet and when he was in a position to get his dream girl, he replaced her and went and did exactly that. Some women think if they could do everything for a man, be everything to that man, then as a reward, he will pick them. And that is what we call pick-me behavior. We all started off in our parents' house, but you found a way to make it on your own. Why can't he? Why do you feel like it's your job and your responsibility to help him with his career? He's your partner, not your project. It's not your job to fix him up. If you think that as a result of all of this, you're going to earn yourself a ring, then you are auditioning for that man. Sure. And they're trying to caution you against that. Too many women have wasted years of their lives, all of their money, given up on their dreams, all of that just to build this man up. And you don't always get a loyal man in return. Some men love you and some men love what you could do for them. If you ever question if a man is using you for your money or if he's using you for what you could do for him, stop doing everything and see if he changes.
The people that are like hating on this video are either broke or not kind, or I don't know. That girl made a video saying her boyfriend lives at home with his parents right now and she wants him to move in with her. And she's paying for her rent right now at her apartment on her own, I guess. And people are saying, well, if he moves in with you, are you going to make him pay? Are you going to make him pay? And she's like, well, like, I can afford it. Like, you know, he's working on his career, as she said in the video. And she was saying he's not sending you his money. So clearly he's not as financially stable as her. Is that a crime? I guess so, if he's a man, right? I just don't understand why she's getting all the hate when she's, like, the one asking him to move in with her. Like, in the way of, like, one time I wanted to go on a vacation, but my friend was like, like, I don't really want to spend the money. And I was like, listen, I'll buy your flight. Like, I'm going to buy the room, like, whatever. Because I wanted to do it, so therefore the money, you know, I was financially stable. It wasn't a big deal, whatever. So if she's already paying the rent, she's wanting him to move there, and he can comfortably afford to live with his parents in this economy. Are you going to shame someone for... we don't even know the age of these people. Like, he could be, like, fucking, like, 20 years old. Like, oh... or were you triggered because you got kicked out at 18? Regardless, the point remains that she's asking him to move with her. She's already paying for the rent. And all the comments are like, I'm going to hold your hand when I say this. He's also saying he's going to Venmo her money probably because he'll feel bad. And it's just like, when you ask someone to do something that they don't have the money for, it's like kind of implied you'll pay for it. Like, it's not like he was like, oh, let's get our own place together. Like, she wants him to move with her because she's clearly financially stable, has a place, and she wants someone to live with her. So I think the reason why she made the video is because she was saying, like, all my friends are saying, like, oh, because he's a man, like, kind of getting out, like, he should pay. But it's like, it doesn't need to be like that when you have money. And obviously this all comes down to, like, gender roles. Because if this was a girl, it'd be like, well, of course your man should ask you to move in with him for free and not pay for anything. And you should pay for your entire existence after you move out of your parents' house. Of course that's
all right.
And it's like, that's nice. And if a partner can do that for a partner, they should do it. I don't know why, you know, the gender shit. And this is exactly why men aren't standing up on the train. Because y'all got mad bunch too many times when they asked you to carry, asked you if you wanted help to carry something heavy. And you said, fuck, I can't carry it. So now they don't think you need a seat on the subway. Same concept. You know, your feminists want everyone to be equal. Well, they are. If someone has more money than the other partner and they want to pay for shit, fucking let them without shaming them. But you're shaming because, what, the woman has more money in the first place? Oh. Y'all are fucking weird. Anyway, that's my rant of the night.
One of you on here can explain this to me. I have my own apartment right now. Boyfriend is still living with his parents, but we've been talking about him maybe moving in with me. Here's the weird thing. Every single time I tell someone this, their immediate reaction, he better be paying part of the rent, or like, he's gonna be paying, right? Like, you're gonna make him pay, right? Like, you're not just gonna pay the whole rent. Why is that the immediate reaction?
Simple, short answer, I think people in her life are just looking out for her. This isn't just exclusive to men. If someone is going to be living with you, they should be paying their way. Now, I know people talk about 50-50 all of the time, but she's trying to create an equitable situation for both her and her boyfriend. She wants him to be able to work on his career. I'm not sure what his career is. So she doesn't want him to have this stress of having to pay bills. Now, I think people's problem with that is there's potential for him to take advantage of the situation. So people are just concerned. But she's the one that knows her boyfriend the best. I do think it's great that people in her life are showing so much concern. But if you're living with someone, you have to pay your way. But good on her for saying she doesn't really expect much from him.
So let me get this straight. You have your own apartment. You're doing fine, living alone, on your own, can pay all of your expenses. Now you have a boyfriend, and he lives with his parents, and you guys have been discussing moving in together. You're upset and coming to the internet because your friends have asked you if he's going to pay the rent. I don't know what your friend said, if he had to pay the full amount or whatever, but in my opinion, if you're young, you guys should go 50-50. I'm listening. Then she says, I'm making enough money where I can pay the full rent and he can focus on his career. He can focus on his career. What about your career? What about you? You're doing fine. Why the fuck would he ever move in with you? Let him focus on his career at his parents' house. I promise you this shit be rage bait, because it's like, y'all come on here asking for stupid ass, like, what the hell? And what you wanted? Everybody in the comments to be like, girl, yeah, let him move in. Let him mooch. You pay that rent, girl. Pay that rent for that man.
Right.
Here.
None of you on here can explain this to me. I have my own apartment right now. My boyfriend is still living with his parents, but we've been talking about him maybe moving in with me. Here's the weird thing. Every single time I tell someone this, their immediate reaction, he better be paying part of the rent, or like, he's gonna be paying, right? Like, you're gonna make him pay, right? Like, you're not just gonna pay the whole rent. Why is that the immediate reaction? On top of that, it's even weirder to me because, and I think every guy should be like this, but my boyfriend, when he does have money, he will buy me anything I want. He is not stingy about spending his money on me. Right now, we're at the point where I'm making money where I can pay the whole rent, and
Sweetheart, your friends are right, okay? Never move in with a man if he cannot pay half of the rent. It doesn't matter how many gifts he gives you while he has money. Because I listened to your whole video and you was like, when he has money, he'll spend something on me. And you want this man to focus on his career and live rent-free in your house, baby, you're going to give him room to be lazy. Because focusing on your career is not 24/7, okay? That's about maybe 10 to 12 hours a day. The other couple of hours, his ass could be working. You're giving him an excuse to become one of those homo sapiens. He's going to get lazy. He's not going to contribute to the rent, which means he ain't going to be contributing to the household, which means he ain't going to be cleaning or cooking or doing laundry, because right now you say he live with his mama, right? So when he moves into your house, you're going to be doing all that shit for him, plus paying the rent. And what's going to end up? You're going to end up regretting your choice. You're going to end up hating that man. And you're going to end up stuck with a lazy ass individual who's only thinking of themselves. Right now, I think you're young. And right now, I think you may want to keep this divided until that man is able to stand on his own 2 feet without his mama. Because right now you are. And what you're doing is you're asking for a child. What you're doing, you're inviting a boy, not a man, into your home to live scotch-free while he focuses on his career. Let him focus on his career at home, sweetheart. When he's finally able to pay half of the rent, then y'all move in together. Otherwise, you're doing nothing but taking care of a child. And your relationship will be over within 6 months. Guaranteed. Give yourself a break. No man that cannot take care of themselves should be living under any roof with any woman. And until they can do so, they need to stay at their mama house.
Okay, so we've heard what she had to say, and we've also listened to people's opinion about that situation. So I would like to find out, do you think that what she's doing is not a bad thing, and that people need to just let her do the right thing for her and her boyfriend? Or do you think that what she's doing is very, very wrong, and it could lead to him being lazy, as some people have said? I would love to hear your own thoughts, so please leave your comment in the comment section. Now, that video got a lot of people telling her that her friends are right, that she make her boyfriend pay for at least half of the rent. They said he's going to be lazy, that how will she pay for the full rent, and he probably will not do anything in the house. It was such a mess that she had to do some videos to address people's opinion. Now, in one of the videos that she put up to address people's concern, people's comment, people's question, she talked about the fact that he is working, and from a point of view, she's more advanced in her career. That's why she was saying that she wanted him to concentrate on his career. She also said that he was going to also do house chores, so he's not just coming into the house and just being lazy.
So much to say in response to you guys to clarify everything, so I'm gonna have to do it in a couple of videos, but I thought this comment would be a good place to start, because I literally said in the video that he's not gonna let me pay the whole rent even though I want to, and he's not. He's gonna be paying half the rent, the bills, he's gonna be doing laundry, he's gonna be cooking for me, but I don't know if people even want to hear this. I don't know if people want to hear that it's like a good situation. So people are saying that he like doesn't even have a job. Guys, he has a job. Work on his career. This is my TikTok. When I'm saying work on his career, I mean from my perspective, I'm further along in my career, so I think I should be paying. That doesn't mean he's not like making money and able to pay. That just means I have the preference that I want to pay. And no, he's not like a DJ. He doesn't have a podcast Someone said something about SoundCloud. Is that even a thing anymore? But no, he's not a SoundCloud rapper. Last thing for this response, when I posted that other video, I was asking why people have a certain reaction when I tell them that I'm gonna move him into my apartment. So thankful for all the advice I actually got on like why people have the reaction. You guys are saying like, oh, these people just care about me, which these people don't know me, they don't care about me. That's why I thought it was weird, but that's besides the point. I didn't ask for relationship advice. I just didn't. I do understand the people that gave me relationship advice to explain why people were having that reaction. That part I totally get. It just wasn't the main thing that I was asking for.
She has tried to explain some of the things that she did not say in the first video, which got a lot of people triggered. Now, personally, I've said before that I don't believe in people who are not engaged or married moving in together. Now, putting aside my own personal belief, I feel like everybody is right in saying that the guy should pay. Now, if based on where he is career-wise or financial-wise, he is not able to put 50% of the rent, he should at least put something like 30%. There should be a percentage that is not less than 30%. 10% is not an option. 30%, 40%, that would be okay, even if he's not able to put up 50%. Now, I also agree that maybe he should continue to stay in his parents' house until he's really like financially stable, because I don't know why he's trying to move into a house. But then again, I think she might have been the one that suggested it so that they can be together, and he saw it as a good option. But I personally think for his own financial status, he should stay in his parents' house and try and build up his own financial status and standing. But so if they both still insist on moving in together, I don't think that she should pay 100%, because how long is she going to continue to pay 100% while he's there? Definitely while he's there, the electricity bills and some other things might increase because there are like two people that are now using it. But I know that the house rent might still stay the same, but other things might increase. So I don't think it is a wise idea that she would just pay 100% for it, even if she can afford it. And she's definitely already paying 100%. Without him being in the house. But if he's coming, he's bringing added expenses. The grocery is going to be ×2 or increased, and like I said, the other bills will also increase because there are two people. So I think they should like put their finances together and then decide which person will pay which one, and also where they're going to share it. But her saying that she's going to pay 100% of the rent and everything, I don't quite think it's a reasonable or a smart decision on her part. Like I said, if he cannot bring 50%, he can bring at least 30% or 40% or 30 to 40%, which would help her in paying for any extra expenses that they might inquire now that there will be two people living in the house. So that is my own personal opinion about it. At the end of the day, it's going to be her and her boyfriend's decision, but I'm hoping that she is going to be smart enough to not do something that would eventually cause problems for her later. Because most times what you start, you have to continue, because the time you say you are not going to continue, it's natural for people to start thinking that there's a problem with you, or you're being mean, or you're being selfish or something like that. So I would advise that she doesn't start that way, so that there'll be no issues later on in future, because she might eventually get fed up or just get angry. We don't know, anything can happen. But I would advise that she doesn't start by saying that she's going to pay 100% and she can pay it. Even if she can pay it, she can save the money. That's my own opinion. Anyway, I'd love to hear what you think about this whole situation. Do you think that her saying that she wants to pay 100% is okay, and that people should let her do what she wants to do? Or do you think that people advising her that he should pay part of the rent are being concerned about her and not wanting her to be taken advantage of. I would love to hear your own thoughts, so please leave your comment in the comment section so that we can get this discussion popping. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you are not yet subscribed and you like videos such as this, please consider subscribing by clicking on the red button that says subscribe, and don't forget to click on the bell notification icon by the side so that you're notified anytime I upload videos. Now, with all that said, thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.